Hey guys, Jano Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Sit down here, have a mid-morning coffee chat, hang out for a minute, enjoy my coffee. Holy crap, that's some good coffee. Um, the coffee that I drink as a treat, like when I have my mid-morning coffee break or my mid-afternoon coffee or my dessert coffee, usually I will drink it with cream and sugar in it because it's sweet and creamy, a little treat. Somebody asked, do I drink it black, do I drink it sweet and creamy? I drink it both ways. First thing in the morning, when I'm trying to wake up and get going, usually it's just straight black coffee, get it in me, and get going, you know. And then whenever I sit down and have my treats, then it'll be sweet and creamy. So there you have it. But I do believe we've decided on a name for the cookbook, which is going to be some names that you guys suggested, which was really, really awesome. And I really thank you guys very much for coming up with these ideas. It's going to be a combination of the If I Can Do It, You Can Do It cookbook, the Dutyologist Guide to Grubology. I love it. Thank you very much. Mary, I think over at the Facebook group, Friends of the Kitchen, put a couple of pictures in there that we're trying to decide what we wanted to use as a cover for the book. We're going to start it off as an ebook, but eventually we'll try to get some printed. It just all depends on, you know, cost and all that kind of stuff. So we're working on it. Bear with me, be patient. And we'll see where it goes. So I got a comment about a week and a half ago or so, and I removed it. Somebody said something along the lines of, you bleeping hillbilly rednecks need to stop killing animals and get your meat from the store where it's made. Well, I think, at least I hope they meant, you know, get your meat from the store where it's processed and they have it all laid out there pretty to look at. I try not to. I would rather eat the stuff off the creek. I would rather eat the beef that we raise here on the creek and pay the farmers here locally and buy local. I would rather eat my chickens that I raise up from chicks they have a life, they run around, they forage, they're well taken care of before they're butchered, rather than eating a chicken who's hatched, crammed into a little bitty cage, fattened up as quick as it can, scooped up, shipped wherever to be killed, and then I even hear they're shipping them to China to be processed and then shipping them back to us. I don't want to support that. I don't want to support giant corporate agribusinesses. I don't want to support. I want to support local, small, family-operated farmers, which is what we have up and down the creek. So, no, I mean, and it doesn't get more organic than the meat that we eat. The stuff that is commercially raised on feedlots and sent to commercial slaughterhouses typically is full of growth hormones and so on and so forth. And I would rather my family eat hay-fed beef from the pastures here on the creek than, you know, a steer that has been forced to grow into size on a feedlot pumped full of growth hormones and other stuff like that. I hope that makes sense. And I really hope you don't think that meat is made at the store, because if it is, then I need to go find me a butcher and have him show me how to make some meat, man, because I love it. Secondly, somebody asked me about the rabbits, eating rabbits. They said that they had heard that someone had told them that rabbits have no nutritional values whatsoever for human consumption. All right, I'm not a foodiologist or a rabbitologist or anything like that at all. I'm just a dude. And we eat rabbits, but what I do know, what I've learned, is that if you are in a survival situation in the wilderness and all you are eating and all you're able to get a hold of is wild rabbit, and that's all you can eat, nothing else, there's nothing else available, wild rabbit, and you just ate the meat of the wild rabbit, that you could suffer from something called protein starvation or something like that, because there's no fat on the meat of the wild rabbits, just the meat only. But you can compensate by eating organs and bones and all that kind of stuff too, from what I understand. I'm not a survivalist or a survivalologist or any of that kind of stuff. However, our rabbits that we raise here for food have quite a bit of fat on them because, you know, they're well fed. They're fed you know, rabbit feed, and we pick and dry stuff throughout the spring and the summer to feed them their greens in the wintertime, and they're really well taken care of. So when we skin them, there is quite a bit of fat on them. And I would not see how there is no nutritional value whatsoever, because I eat rabbit, and I'm not starving to death, obviously. So that's the best that I can do. Maybe if somebody knows a little bit something more about it, kind of tell us what you know in the comment section. As far as I know, rabbits are good for food, and I will continue to use them for food because I like them. They're delicious, and so does my family. And just like I said, out of these 3 doe rabbits that had babies, we're going to get almost 125 pounds of meat to put into the freezer this coming winter from 3 rabbits. So you figure that over the course of a year, if we bred them, over the course of the entire year, that's 5, maybe 600 pounds of meat from 3 rabbits that we're getting in return for the cost of our feed. It's all about your rotation and stuff like that, and when you breed them, and how long you wait till after you wean before you breed again. And it's just one of the things that takes some learning and talking to folks who know more about it than I do. So there you go. That's the whole eating rabbit thing. I had some questions about my heat exchanger. You can see, hopefully you can see in the background here, I got my heat exchanger going. It's been chilly here, and my heat exchanger does a wonderful job of keeping our house warm. This will be the 3rd winter that I've used this heat exchanger. I built it in 2012, so we used it 2012, 2013, and this is 2014, so this is going to be the 3rd winter that I'm using it. And I would say throughout the course of those 2 winters, it would save me probably between $400 and $500 a winter by using the heat exchanger. I'm not saying each winter. So because my house is all electric, and if the furnace had to run all the time, it gets really expensive, which is the reason why I had to figure something out, because it really sucks to be without power in the middle of winter because you can't keep your bill paid because you're using your furnace so much you just can't keep up with it. So I had to figure something out, and this is what we come up with. And like I said, there's videos of me and my buddy Greg building this, and it saves me a lot of money, and I have not done anything to it since we built it. It is exactly the same way that we built it and that we put it together. We did scavenge some bricks off of it to build the kitchen with, but we replaced those bricks, and that's about it. I don't have it. It's not a permanent thing. It's not all cemented together or any of that kind of stuff. The way you see it in the videos is the way that it still is, and it works. I don't have any fans. I don't need any fans. Anybody who's been at my house while this thing is going can attest to the fact that the wind and the air, as it moves up, gains a lot of velocity, and it comes out of the house with a good velocity, and there's just no need for a fan. That would be something extra that I would have to hook up and run and maintain. Very simple and very effective, and it works great, and it keeps my house warm to the point to where my furnace doesn't run all the time. And when my furnace does kick on, it's usually early in the morning, right before I get up, because when I get up, I'll come out and restoke the fire again and get it going. But that's usually when the furnace kicks on, if it kicks on. But I try to pack that wood barrel, the barrel as full as I can before I go to bed, and kind of turn the damper down and stuff, let it smolder to keep the heat going. So yeah, for me, it has been a great thing, and it was well worth it, and I definitely thankful that we had the insight to put it together. So there you go, guys. There's a couple of questions. Not quite sure. Like I said, the cookbook, we know what the title's going to be. Not quite sure when it'll be available. It's in the works. Just be patient. And I hope this helps with those questions that y'all had. Other than that, happy Halloween. Please be safe if you're going out and about tonight, trick-or-treating. And you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. God bless. The end. Buzz, the end.